Hi, this is Jennifer here with City Farmhouse Antiques, and I am here with this week's Find of the Week. And this week I want to show you a few pieces of early American pattern glass. And these are very old. These are actually from like 1885. So you're going to see damage on them, and they're not going to be complete. And a lot of pattern glass or early pressed glass, you know, doesn't really come with a high price tag anymore. This was stuff that you would have found that was used every day. So pieces were made, all different types of pieces were made. Plates were made with different patterns. They had whole coffee sets or tea sets, and this is part of a coffee set. So they had a piece for everything. And this was what the glassware that they would have used on a daily basis. So like we use paper plates today, that's how they use these pieces. They were made to be used. So you will see, this is actually, this big piece here is a covered sugar bowl. It does not have the lid anymore with the set, unfortunately. And the pattern, this pattern is a butterfly spray pattern. You can see the butterflies and you can see the spray. But you would have had in a coffee set, you would have had typically a covered sugar. You would have a creamer. Here's your creamer to put your cream in for your coffee. You would have had a spooner that looks much like this creamer, only normally it's just straight up, and it's a cylindrical version of this. So it's tall, and it's normally got handles. It may or may not have handles, and it's more fluted than flat and squatty like this piece, and it won't come with the lid. And that's either for spoons or for what they would call a celery vase. And then this is just kind of, this doesn't come with necessarily the coffee set, but this would be like a child's mug or cup. And I just put it here just as a sample of another piece. But you can see, you know, a lot of these pieces will have chipping around the inside of the rim where that covered lid would have gone for the sugar bowl. But they come, early American pattern glass, it was hot molten glass that was molded into a mold, poured into a mold. So you're going to see seams. Here you can see the seams. You're going to see seams on the glass of where it was pressed into those molds. So it was cheaply made, and again it was mass produced. This one's got a crack down the side, but there you can see the seam, and it was meant to be used every day. And the neat part about it, there you can really see the seam on the bottom of the handle. The neat part about it is these pieces are just so old, and the fact that they were used every day like paper plates, it's a wonder that any of these pieces even exist, with some of these being, you know, from the 1800s, late 1800s, like this particular pattern. So, of course, the price, you know, will all be based on how rare the pattern is, how sought after the pattern is. This particular pattern isn't really that sought after. It's a pretty pattern. It's a real soft pattern. But some of the other patterns are more well-known and more sought after and are, you know, fairly expensive. These pieces, however, are not. So it's knowing your patterns. There are different books out there, great books if you want to explore early American pattern glass, or EAPG as they call it. You can learn a lot based on just the patterns and collect them. You know, they make a real pretty table. A lot of the pieces and patterns are clear, but they're very soft and make for a real pretty table setting. And a lot of them have butterflies or flowers or animals or different patterns on them. So you can collect, you know, any different type of thing that you're into. So I wanted to share those neat pieces with you. It's a bit of our American history, which I always find fascinating, and how it relates to antiques and glassware as we see them and collect them today. So be sure and check us out on our website at www.cityfarmhouseantiques.com, and give us a like on our Facebook page. where we are going to have a contest coming up for people wanting to sign up for our newsletter on our website for a $50 coupon to be used on anything on our site. So be sure and go sign up for our newsletter and give us a like on Facebook. Again, www.cityfarmhouseantiques.com, where we have more than just antiques.